What's up? What's up? Like this. Yo, I'm super white on here. Change this out. Haven't done one of these in a while. Let's see these lights coming on. Alright, looks a little better. I'm back. I promised the chat I'd be here, so at least one day this week. So here I am. Here I am. We got nothing today for the economic news wise, but we got a lot of stuff for tomorrow and this rest of the week. But let's get right into it though. Right into this. So for economic news wise, we actually just bring this over. For economic news wise, we don't have anything for today. For tomorrow, we have CPI, and then something at 10:30. Someone speaking at 9:10. So we got a lot of stuff tomorrow. FOMC, CPI, the FOMC minutes. The next day, jobless claims and PPI 8:30. Retail sales 8:30, 9:15. So economic news wise, there's nothing that really starts until Wednesday, so we're good for today. We just have a speaker at 1:30, but it's not really going to do anything because we're trading mostly from 9:30 to 11. But CPI is tomorrow at 8:30, and then we have a speaker at 9:10, and then FOMC minutes. So that's one of the most important things, honestly, with that. Now, the watch list itself, yesterday was a light day. You know, I went 3 for 3 yesterday. Last week, I mean, if you guys were in the chat, you guys, already know. But if you weren't, you guys saw we went absolutely wild last week. So I really want to see how the rest of this week goes. Yesterday was a little light. I went 3 for 3, but they were all like smaller than average percentages. But last week was crazy. So I really want to see how this week goes. But take a look at futures. As you guys can see, we're pretty much flat, I would say. We just kind of flattened out right here since yesterday. Huge recovery yesterday. You guys can see we started coming up. So now we recovered from that. You guys can see on the daily time frame right here that we are trying to bounce a little bit, right? We had this nice wick on the daily on ES. So we are trying to bounce. We'll see if we can continue or not. But that is something I'm looking at on ES. Now, you guys can see that 41.49 is this high right here. So I really want to just take it above that 41.50. 41.50 is an area that I'm looking at for upside on ES. Now, downside, we have this zone here. It's been very reactive. I'm not really looking to take ES to the downside unless we get under around like this 41.21 area. As you guys can see, it's been very reactive. Very nice move down. Very nice move up ever since. So I really want to see what we do in this area, that 41.21 area, and then 41.50. A little bit of a higher range because that's about 17 points away, and this is about 13 points away. But there's other stocks out there that will be better because I don't want to trade in between all of this, right? All of this is not what I want to trade in between. Everything that I want to trade, it's going to be right here. This is all consolidation. Skip that. Consolidation up right there, 41.21. If we don't get a move outside this range, I'm not going to take it. I'm not the one to risk stuff for no reason because there are better opportunities out there. Now, taking a look at Tesla, like I said, there's better opportunities out there. I had 187 for yesterday, and that broke pre-market, which it usually does. I'm not even surprised at this point. But I'm really looking at that 188 to the upside here on Tesla, right? That 188, 190 area to the upside. After that, I'm not really liking anything else, honestly. Like, it would have to set up intraday. It would really have to give me some sort of setup, maybe 194. But right now, we're focusing on that 188, 190 level. Taking a look at NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA was nice yesterday. We hit a very nice trade yesterday. We took it above that 271 area, and that was a very nice. We literally hit it once right here, and then when it came back, another nice move right there on NVIDIA. But I'm really looking at NVIDIA for this upside move right here. You guys can see that we did start rallying yesterday. Take a look at the 1 hour right here. That 280 area is looking good. I want to see if we can get into that area very soon. But we're looking at that 278. You guys can see the reactions there, reactions there. Then you guys can see the reactions literally on the 1 minute as well. We'll go back. I don't know why it's not showing on. There we go. We'll go back a little bit. You guys can see that 278, very nice reactions as well. So that's exactly what we want. You have to make these levels based off the reactions that you want. And this is all the reactions that I want. Right? This is all the reactions that I want. Very nice move down. Reaction, 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 reaction. Make your levels based off the reactions that you see. 278 to the upside. Besides that, downside, 274 would have looked good. But then we have this, right? We broke above that, came right back down. I don't like that reaction. I got to make my reactions based off. I got to make my levels based off these reactions. And that's just not something I want to be a part of. So I'm really liking that 278 downside. I don't want to look at downside. There's other stocks that we can play to the downside, but NVIDIA, I would say 278 to the upside, and then after that, 280, 281 area. So that is NVIDIA 278. Taking a look at Meta, as you guys can see, 217 has been reactive, and it is starting to react pre-market. It did break above there, but I don't care because if we get it above that 217, this thing's going to go past that 217.21. So I'm waiting for that 217 break. It's looking very nice right now. So I'm just curious to see exactly if we're going to break that or if it's aggressive enough to break that today. It's trying to. You guys can see this daily time frame. Like it's trying to, but we'll see. It started getting a week yesterday. You guys saw that we literally died off open yesterday. So let's see if we can have enough strength to break that 217 today and actually have an aggressive move on Meta. Microsoft. Now, the only thing that I was looking at on Microsoft was that 294 area. We can go back about a year ago. You guys can see why. You guys can see like this area right here. Very nice reactions before we came lower. Around that 294 and then 294.18 is the high. So this is something I'm really looking at for that upside. Downside, you guys can see why I don't really like downside because we had reactions here, right? 282 would be nice, but then if we come up and then we break under that, like that just didn't look good. This is literally the only reason why I don't really like that 282, since we did break it like that. It was just a weird break. So 282 potentially if it does react again, but I'm not really looking at downside either on that. There's better stuff out there to play for downside. Just not looking that good unless it really starts to set up. But it is looking really weak. I mean, you guys can see that 1 hour time frame right there. It's looking pretty weak. But then we go to this daily time frame. It's trying, but now we came right back down. I think we're down to here, around right there. So yeah, that daily is gonna look super weak on Microsoft. So we're definitely not going to take Microsoft today. It just won't happen today since it's like $10 away. But Tesla, NVIDIA, Netflix isn't in there. It's like $8 away though. So I don't really expect us to get a move to 250. 250.7 was that high area right there. I don't expect us to break that 250 honestly. And I don't even think I had that on my watch list yesterday. Yeah, I didn't. It's a little too far away. But Apple, I was looking at Apple, 167 area, 160 to the downside. You guys can see we had that very nice reaction at 167. So I want to see if we can take that to the upside. We go back to the daily time frame. This thing's trying to bounce off this 160 area, and that's why I have 160 to the downside. Very nice reactions down there. We go to the 1 hour time frame. We also had very nice reactions right there. This is a little choppy, but I want to see if we get another reaction there since there is a pretty big wall at 160 on Apple. But that is something I'm looking at for the downside right there on Apple. We went over Microsoft, we went over Meta, Tesla, NVIDIA. And like I said, I mean, we're really looking at those reactions on ES. ES, that 41.21 area, 41.50. 41.50 looks a little bit more probable just because we are a little bit closer to that. and we did start coming up yesterday pretty aggressively. So I really want to see if we can just get this continuation here and bounce off our 41.31 level. But that 41.50 is something I'm really looking at. After that, 41.55. So I wanted to make sure that if we are in that 41.50 break, then we got to be careful about that 41.55. But after that, we're good to go. Look at the daily time frame. It's trying to bounce. You know, it's trying to come down a little bit, retest this 41.31 area, and then hopefully bounce. That's hopefully what we're going to see. But we do have all these zones here, and they're still very, very reactive. Taking a look at NQ. NQ is a little bit weaker, I feel like. Yeah, for sure. Look at this, right? It came down, rejected our zone. Correlation yesterday was so bad. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. Correlation was so bad yesterday. So it's like, that's why, you know, I went 3 for 3, but they were like quicker and not as profitable scalps, but like that's like the best that I can do. Like I don't really like the risk stuff if NQ's falling and ES is trying to come up. Like that is exactly what happened yesterday. And then it just did the opposite. So it's like I can't trade during that. But still, yesterday was a very nice day. Last week was a very nice day. Last week was way better than I ever expected, and it figures, you know, the week that I'm not posted on YouTube was like the craziest week ever, but it's whatever. As badly as I wanted to post a YouTube video. But I posted it all on Instagram, though. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys seen that on my story. I post every single trade. But ES right now is starting to bounce. 41.50 area is the main thing I'm looking at. If we take a look at SPY, you guys can see that it is rejecting our zone around that 411 area. If you're looking at SPY, 411 area is something that you got to be looking at. Downside, I would say honestly around like that 408 area. 408 area has been reactive, but 405 is what I was looking at. That's not going to happen today, but 411 to the upside is something I'm looking at. That's pretty much it. And then downside, like 408. It was reactive yesterday as well, so that's something to note. But we have our zone right there. If we get this upside move, you gotta be careful about that 411 area. And then Qs, like I said, this thing is coming right back in the zone. I want to see if we get a nice move up. That 320, 322 area. 322 is probably not going to hit today. Who knows? But I want to see if we get above that 320, 319 area. As long as we clear 319, then that 4150 area on ES is looking good. But I want to make sure we're not rejecting this area when we get above 4150 on ES for that breakout. Right now it is trying to come up, but it's not as strong. It's starting to come up. Let's see if it will continue. 4150 area was very reactive though. 4150. Trying to see if there's anything else out there. Everything else is just like pretty much flat. Like last week I literally traded AI, and that was amazing. You guys see this move down. That was a very nice move. We caught this downside move right here. Literally made 33% in like 5 minutes. Like it was crazy. If we just take a look and go back, let's see, 23 breakdown right here. So right around here is when we got into puts, and oh my gosh, like instantly, even though it looks like it's nothing, that's a 40-cent move. Those contracts absolutely moved. Came back, you know, this was a nice H after a huge move to the downside. I like literally went right to our plan, and then I kind of sold too early. I sold it right around here because it was just holding that area too much, but that was a 33% move in like 5 minutes. It was a very, very nice move. And that was last week. Last week, like I said, it was crazy. That's why I had lower expectations for this week, just because of how last week was. But, I mean, this week is starting off at a good note. You know, nothing crazy, but I don't know how this week could top last week. You know, last week was just crazy. But right now, Tesla is trying to come up a little bit. Take a look at the daily. It is trying to bounce off of here. You know, everything had a very nice recovery yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get this continuation, because this daily is going to gap. and then this is going to continue to look strong. So I really want to see what direction Tesla will continue at, and we will play that continuation of upside because downside is not looking that good. So hopefully this upside continues or else we're not going to be able to play Tesla at all. I don't even like 184 is all right, but then we have this area right there that just makes it look bad. Then down here, like 181, like it looks all right, but I don't trade all right trades. Like I trade like the best setups, or I just don't trade the setup at all. Like 181, like it looks all right as well, but it's all right. You know, I really need to see how big these walls are, and I just want to see a reaction there before I even consider taking anything to the downside. But again, hopefully we don't gotta deal with that. Hopefully it's all upside right now, and then on ES and everything else. But if it starts to come down, it's probably going to be slow. We're not going to be able to get anything to the downside. We do have some stuff that we're looking at to the downside, like Apple and then Nvidia. But Nvidia is pretty far away. Nvidia is still looking strong as well. Take a look at the daily time frame. Again, very nice recovery. Everything had a very, very nice recovery yesterday. So everyone thought it was over. Everyone thought we were dying. But then they didn't realize that we started bouncing at 4100 yesterday, right? We started bouncing at that 4100 level on ES yesterday, right around here, right? We had that one, and then we had another reaction right there. Very nice move, and then we tried to come under there again and just bounced off around, I would say, that 4103 area. So that was a very nice move off of that. Google, our swing on Google, well, the other day when it was at 208, so it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. Since we were off on Friday, we were up like 288% on our swing. Now it's around 200%, but that was a very nice move. Take a look at SPY. Again, that 411 zone right there. I want to see if we are able to break out of that 4150 area. I want to make sure that we're actually above that 411 area on a SPY. But when we take ES, 4150. But 4150 is that main thing that I'm looking at. On ES, you guys can see very nice reactions there. Go to the 1 minute. Very nice reaction at that 4150 area. I want to take that to the upside. Making sure that SPY is above that 411. Making sure that NQ also is above our zone, which it will be, but I want to make sure that it's not having trouble at this 13,200 area or anything like that, because then if NQ is starting to reject, then ES is probably going to have a fake out there. So I really want to see what NQ is doing and to make sure that NQ is not at the top of our zone when that breaks out, and if it is, then we're going to have to wait for NQ to break out of the top of that zone for us to play calls off of there. It'd be nice if NQ is breaking out of our zone while we're taking the 4150 break on ES, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think ES is going to break through 4150 before that happens, unfortunately, but that is something that I'm noting on there. And then after that, hopefully we get to that 4180. It's not going to happen today, but we'll see. I just don't like this range that we were in. Like, we're just back in like this consolidation area right there. So you guys see now we are consolidating in that area again. So I really want to get out of that. Last week was nice, but look, this is why last week was nice. We had a very nice move up, right? All last week. So, you know, that's the reason why. And then we had this nice pullback. It's just, I want to get out of this area for sure. And then hopefully, I mean, next thing you know, I'll be trading the 4200 break on ES. So, we'll see. But yesterday, Nvidia, I think I traded Nvidia twice. I think that was the only thing I traded twice. Let me see. Yeah, Nvidia, and then SPY. So I traded Nvidia yesterday above that 271 area. Very nice move. Contracts didn't really move for Monday, but then we got this nice move again. Got it right before it got above that high day. We got in right here as we saw momentum come above that 271 again. Two very nice moves, very nice scalps. SPY, so ES, trading SPY calls off of that 1044 area, 1044. So I think it was right. Let's see. Oh yeah, right into this high day area again. We started seeing it bounce off this 4108 area, 4109. So we got into calls. That was a very nice move again. Nothing crazy. Contracts didn't really move for me, but that was a very nice move. We got in as soon as it held that 4110 area, right around here, as we started seeing it hold up, and then that's when we got into calls. And like for a 3-point move, contracts really didn't move like that. So I don't know why contracts weren't really moving for me yesterday. I know like NVIDIA, because it's like 5 DTE and stuff like that, but SPY contracts were like 0 DTE, so I don't know why they didn't move. But Tesla moved a little bit. I didn't really trade. I wasn't even looking at Tesla yesterday, but that 180 break was clean. It broke, retested that. It had a very nice move higher, but I just saw it die and then just kind of consolidate. I was looking at that like 179, 180 area, but then 180 broke pre-market, and I didn't really like 179, so I didn't take that, but that was a very nice move as well. It came all the way down to 176, but it's pretty insane. Yeah, but I didn't really like that 179. You guys can see like those reactions there. I didn't really like it. And then we had that 176. 176 is what I was looking at, but after a huge move to the downside like that, like you have to give it a second, you know, and then it started coming up and then just kind of bounced over there and just started coming up like crazy. But those are all the stuff that I'm looking at. Anything else you guys are looking at for today? Make sure you guys also smash that like button. How did you guys like that previous video? I've been focusing on higher quality content, and I mean, they're doing well. I just miss posting on YouTube. So it's higher quality content. We'll see how that goes. I mean, that, you know, the video that I posted did like double what I usually do on average. So it was great. My story, I think I'm going to do like a my journey video as well, but that's not going to be the next one. My next video is going to be a day in a life, but like higher quality content videos, like not some like how it was on my previous video. So AVGO, I don't know why someone would want to watch this. You would rather watch this than Tesla? Like, look how clean Tesla is, and like that, like there's like no volume. Yeah, I'd be worried about liquidity on the contracts if we were trading that. 278. This better not break pre-market though. We still got another 39 minutes, so we'll see if this breaks or not. We'll see. How many people's awake? Y'all awake today? 43 people on this thing. I'm surprised we even got 40 people on this. I didn't say anything about me streaming this week or anything like that. No. So let's get it. Half awake. Y'all thought I wasn't going to stream this week. I had to stream one time for the one time this week. I told y'all I'd stream this week on Discord. How many hours of screen time do you got? What you mean? Through my whole entire, like, trading? It's because people follow you. Yeah, how'd you guys get alert for this? Like, notifications and stuff? For my whole time, I have no clue. This isn't like a job where you like clock in how many hours you get. I have no clue. Definitely a lot though, but I don't know. Just went on YouTube and this was the first vid. Oh, for real? That's fire. Yeah, but the higher quality content. You guys like that previous video that I posted? The higher quality content videos? Dude, people have been dying for me to post these live trading videos. Like, I want to. I just want to get these very high quality videos out first. And then I'll post the live trading videos again. But I post them on Instagram. Like, post them on Instagram. of my trades that I take. So you guys can definitely follow it on there as well. But alert on notifications. Yeah, I love the vid, man. Really, people value authenticity. Yeah, people don't realize, like, they see what you're doing now, but they don't see, like, previously. You know, they don't see, like, how you got to that point. So everyone, like, assumes everything. So it's like, you know, I'm just gonna make a video, and then now they're able to see how I got to this point. You stream your trades every day, live trade every single day, screen share every single day. Every single day. How many contracts you trade per average? I've been going a little bit lighter. So like 300. It depends though. Like Tesla, for instance, like AI last week, the volume was so low. I literally went in with like, I think it was like $8,000, which is like a lower position size than usual. But AI contracts were so cheap. They were like $60 each. And the volume wasn't there, so I got PTSD from not being able to get filled. So, but I went in very light on that, and I still came out 33% on like those contracts. So full in, full out. Where you stream mostly? I stream all the time on my Discord. It's the only place where I live trade. But I live trade there every morning. Every morning. But it all depends though on how the contracts are. Like sometimes I'll accidentally like under position size just because I'm trying to do the math as soon as possible. And like SPY, the contracts are always the same. The contracts are usually around $110, $120. I'm able to do the same size every time. Know how many contracts I'm gonna take every time. But when it comes to like Tesla, sometimes the contracts are like $500, $700, $200. So it's like I might under position size because I never want to overestimate, because then, you know, if I take a loss or something like that, it's going to be a bigger loss than usual. So kind of always undersized it a little bit, but around there. Good to see you back. Yes, sir. Yeah, but people think I was quitting trading. I was like, what? Or people thought that I was actually quitting YouTube too. I was like, y'all didn't watch the video. It's a higher quality content video, but I live trade every morning on Discord. And last week we went off. I don't know what it was last week, but last week was my best week of 2023. Like last week was crazy. I was going 10 for 10, like 8 for 8. It was insane. Yeah, like literally looking at last week's recap, best week of. I literally went 18 for 19 last week. 95% win rate. It was insane. It was like a fever dream. Yeah, it's all in the bio. What did you average on each trade? I think like 25%, 20%. Let's see. Yeah, around there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, last week was crazy. 33%, that was AI, 23%, 16%. This is like in a single day. 33, 23, 16, 7, 20, 16%. Like, it was insane. And then another day, I was 8 for 8 on the day. 130% gains on the day, which is around like 15% each. Netflix, I'm looking at that 350 on Netflix, but it's still pretty far away. We'll see. Right now it's rejecting that 245 or 345, but Netflix contracts, they're just not as liquid. So I just want to make sure I have the best level, and everyone needs to be looking at that, or I'm not going to be able to get filled. Biggest hit 133%. Yeah, he's I think he's alerting this week too. So I think he's alerting this week. That'd be cool. But yeah, now I'm relaxing this week because last week was crazy. I have low expectations for this week, because if I had high expectations, then I would it would mess up your trading, because I would think it's like last week. It's all about how you react. You know, I didn't even think I was gonna get a trade yesterday, and then I went 3 for 3 yesterday. So both on the video and then one on SPY. But it's pretty crazy. Oh man. Anything else you guys are looking at for today though? I pretty much went over that whole S&P 500. Hopefully you guys enjoy me just going back on here. Out of nowhere too. I'm surprised we had 40 people on here. Out of nowhere. A little tricky yesterday. It was because that's why I was quicker yesterday. Like my gains were a little bit less than average, just because like NQ was going the opposite direction as ES. ES was going this way. NQ was going this way. Nvidia was going this way. Tesla was going this way. Like everything was going everywhere. So it was like, if I'm going to end, number one, it wasn't even that. It was the phantom candles. That's what I'm calling it. They're called the phantom candles. I don't know if me in the chat are the only ones that notice this, but it's only very crazy downside moves. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed this yesterday, but at 9:46, we had a crazy downside move. Then at 10, I think it was like around 10:00 something, we had another nice downside move. Right at 10:06. I don't know if you guys see it or watching it, but it's like out of nowhere. We get in, you'll see it, and then out of nowhere, very nice spike to the downside. Like, dude, you got to be careful playing calls with that. It's like, it's insane. So, like this, I'm calling it, I don't know, you guys never, like, noticed that, but we noticed that, and it's weird. It's, like, the weirdest thing ever. So, that's why I was, like, I got to be careful about upside. Like, I got to get in and out of upside if I'm trading ES, because it doesn't do it on any individual stock. So, individual stocks, we were chilling, but for ES, on lower volume days, dude, you'll come up, and you might think, oh, you know, like, you could have just seen this, like, you know, people are selling and stuff like that. No. If you were watching this thing, in 2 seconds, we went from here to here, and then that was it. It wasn't a slow grind. It wasn't, like, anything, like a grind or anything like that. We literally went from here to here in, like, 2 seconds. Same thing over here. We went from here to here in, like, another 2 seconds. So, weirdest thing ever. And I call them the phantom candles. How do you decide which contracts to take on SPY that's fast as it unfolds? I have the contracts loaded. Like, it's just at the money contracts. Like, if I'm about to take the, let's say the 4150 break, right, on here, then I'm probably going to take the 411 calls on SPY. And I have them loaded already and everything. But I already have them all loaded and stuff like that. Like, when I get in, my contracts are loaded about 5 minutes before that even happens. Like, if I don't have anything loaded, then you're not doing it right. Like, you got to have something loaded. I always got something loaded. And it might be SPY calls, might be in the video calls, or whatever it is that I'm looking at. But I always have the contracts loaded. So then all I have to do is just click the button to buy. It literally takes a second to get in. A lot of people are like, how do you execute that fast? It's like, bro, all you do is have the contracts there and you just click once. How long does it take you to click the button? And then they're like, oh. And then once they get it, they're like, I'm never going back to anything else. You know, gains per minute scalping is amazing. Right now, we're just going back and forth. It's trying to bounce. We'll see. I execute orders on DAS. I chart on Thinkorswim and then execute orders on DAS. Dash Trader Pro. Do you do futures? No. I trade SPY contracts off of ES. ES is just so much more cleaner to the chart, and then I just trade SPY contracts off of that. So it's looking good. But I'm about to head to the Discord. SPY levels, yeah. So I mean, this is like that 411, like that area is what I'm looking at. But the main thing I'm looking at is that 4150 on ES, 4150 on ES, and then that 4121 area is what I'm looking at. But those are what I'm looking at. But we also need to make sure that SPY is above that 411 area, because we do have this kind of zone right here on SPY. So we want to make sure that it gets above that 411. Right now it is starting to reject that, so I really want to see what we do in that area, but 411 is what I'm really looking at for that 4150 break on ES. That's like the main thing that I'm looking at. Glad to see you live back. Yes, sir. Are you back every day? Not every day, but I'll pop in here. I'm really focusing on like the higher quality content videos first, and then I'll like go back to posting my live trades every single day. But like I'm live trading every single day on Discord, on Discord, and then like I post my recaps on Instagram as well, and I also post my recaps on the Discord as well. Like stuff like this, for instance, the why, the buy, the sell, and stuff like that. But I'll pop more in here. I just been really focusing on like the higher quality content. Like, you guys will see the next video. You guys are gonna enjoy that as well. But higher quality content for now, and then we'll go back to live trading recaps. But the Discord is when it goes down. That is 1000%. Can you make a video on how you load your contracts before? On what platform? Yeah, well, Discord is when it goes down. I gotta run into that pre-market review in there. How old am I? How old do I look? Well, what platform are you talking about, Joe M? Thinkorswim. It's literally just like an active trader. Like you just go to your contracts, you right click the contracts you want, and then you link it to the number of your active trader, and it's like, I think Vegas has, I think he has a video out. Let me check before I say it. I don't know if he has a video out. No, I think he's posting a video today of like Thinkorswim setup and everything like that, but it's literally just linking the contracts to the number on your active trader. Like you would open up 2 of these and then you would just link it with the number on active trader. But I think Vegas is posting it actually today, so it should be out today. I'll just look at the Stock Method LLC YouTube, and you should have that posted today. Hopefully later today. But about to get to the Discord. If you guys are not already in there, make sure you guys go check that out. Link in bio. But I'll see you guys when I see y'all.